The severe drought is having devastating effects on our state's farmers and ranchers. Reporter Jennifer Carpenter visited with one horse owner who might have to give up her horses and her dream.
The situation is just so desperate. It's downright depressing. You know? Okay, come on, girls. Out you go.
Carol Delenko makes her livelihood on 60 parched acres. Even her horses are hoping for rain.
No rain, no grass. The grass doesn't grow. And the grass just dried up. I mean, it was like walking on Rice Krispies.
Many of our horse owners rely on good quality hay, which they cut in the summer and bale and have it ready to feed in the winter. Our problem is right now we didn't make any hay our farmers didn't make any hay this summer, and so we're in a very deficit situation right now.
Larry Wooten is president of North Carolina's Farm Bureau, representing thousands of farmers enduring this merciless drought. He fears people like Carol have a tough winter ahead.
Many of our people that have horses, they're really facing a dilemma.
For Carol, it's sell and cut losses or continue to pile up debt. With hay nearly 3 times its usual price, feeding 22 horses is costing a fortune.
You know, I've basically run out of money. I don't have the money to feed the horses anymore. I'm just really having to scrape.
Even if her horses make it through the winter, predictions for the spring aren't good.
If we don't get rains as we move on into the spring, 2008 could really be a tougher, much tougher year, much more disastrous year than 2007.
Carol hopes to sell several horses in the spring when the market picks up, if she can keep them alive that long.
I'm not going to let these horses starve. You know, I just can't do that.
In Knightdale, I'm Jennifer Carpenter, Carolina Week.
You can help farmers like Carol by donating money for horse hay through the Horse Protection Society of North Carolina. Check our website, carolinaweek.org, for more information. Although the Tar Heels had an easy victory against NC State on the basketball court, we're trailing the Wolfpack in water conservation efforts. As it stands now, the average North Carolina State student uses 31 gallons of water a day. A typical UNC student uses 34. Our Raleigh rivals claim the gap is even wider. Officials base the numbers on water meter readings in campus residence halls. The competition started November 10th and ends February 20th when the Tar Heels travel to Raleigh to play the Wolfpack. Despite those conservation efforts, North Carolina is in the midst of the worst drought in history, but in Orange County, it's not nearly as bad as it is in the rest of the state. The Orange Water and Sewer Authority says University Lake is 6 feet 9 inches below full. It contains about 225 million gallons of water, which is about half the lake's capacity. Although these aren't record levels, they're still significantly below average. Right now, there's only about 7 months' supply of water left in Orange County's main water source.
The Ackland Art Museum is holding its first major exhibition of internationally recognized photojournalists who have studied at UNC School of Journalism and Mass Communication. Picturing the World will include several educational initiatives. The exhibition will feature photos from 6 award-winning photographers, along with images from 25 other distinguished photographers. Visitors will also have the opportunity to view the photography of current UNC students. The American Council on Education has elected former UNC System President Molly Broad as its leader. Broad will be the first woman president of the ACE since its founding in 1918. The organization chose her for her ability to unite the sometimes divided public and private college sectors. Broad's inauguration is scheduled for May 1st. Current UNC System President Erskine Bowles credits North Carolina's excellence to Broad's 9 years of leadership. As president of the ACE, Broad will work with government officials and university leaders to create national policies and standards for educational institutions.
North Carolina's Booze It and Lose It campaign attempts to make the roads safer for drivers, and officers were out in full force this holiday season. Between November 30th and January 2nd, officers issued more than 4,000 drunken driving citations, more than 11,000 safety belt violations, and nearly 52,000 speeding tickets. The campaign will conduct several checkpoints in 2008. If you want to know when those operations will start, go to our website at www.carolinaweek.org. Cops also spent last year keeping their eyes on tobacco sales. State alcohol law enforcement officers cited more than 1,000 store clerks statewide for selling tobacco products to minors. Doing so is a misdemeanor, and clerks could receive a fine of $1,000 or up to 30 days of community service. Clerks could also receive jail time if this is their second offense. With the university's new smoking ban in effect that prohibits lighting up within 100 feet of university buildings, employees and students are rallying around the flag to take a drag. The American flag marks the only major area of campus unaffected by the ban. Between classes, smokers gather here to light up. There aren't any ashtrays, and the middle of the quad is littered with butts. Senior Elizabeth Whitner says the ban isn't likely to make her or her friends quit smoking.
Smoking was never really a problem on this campus, I thought. Like, if you walked through in December, I never really saw lots of smokers all over the quad blowing smoke in people's faces. They were like in their little designated spots, not bothering anyone. Now we just have the flagpole.
She says the ban makes the main quad ugly and simply forces a smoker to walk a few extra yards for a cigarette.
Taking an exam at UNC will cost students more than just a few hours of sleep this semester. Scantrons now cost 8 cents per sheet, and Blue Books each cost 15 cents. According to Student Store Supervisor John Jones, the university gave away more than 199,000 Blue Books last year, and much of that testing material went to waste. Jones says his decision to charge students for Scantrons and Blue Books should help cut down that waste, but he doesn't know yet how much money the university will save. When college students think of downloading music, they usually turn to providers like LimeWire, iTunes, and Napster. But now Duke students have a new way to access music from around the world: Smithsonian Global Sound for Libraries. The new database allows students to listen to recordings from India to Africa, country and blues, and even classical and Broadway hits.
You know, this week I think it's finally starting to feel like winter for the first time really all season.
Absolutely, and we're joined now by weathercaster Johnny O. Johnny O, please tell me there's some snow in the forecast.
Well, I'll say that you're right. There is talk of seeing some of that white stuff. I'll let you know if we'll get any of it next.